Wow, it has been a cool little minute since I've recorded a video. I apologize for any background noise. Apparently the airplanes want to start flying right now. But what is up, YouTube? It is your boy Dougie D Fresh, and I am ashamed to say I've not been talking about the end of JJK. Ever since the Gojo and Sukuna fight, I have not been on it like I should have been. I've not been on my hero like I should be. I'm not on One Piece like I should be, but it's time to get back to that. Today we were talking about JJK chapter 245, baby. I don't know why, but this chapter, ever since I read the scans, it just had me in a trance. I've read this chapter like 4 times. I actually do know why. It's because I have been really excited to see what was going to happen with the trial of Sukuna, and I cannot wait to talk about it. But before we get into it, if you're new here, make sure to drop a like. Make sure to leave a comment below about what you think about the chapter and my thoughts. Make sure to subscribe, turn on the post notifications if you want to keep up with the content train. Let's get into it. So this chapter starts off with Urame versus Hakari, and as someone who does like Hakari, and I'm very interested in Urame, I was satisfied with this. It was very brief, but you know, Hakari's doing his thing. He got the jackpot, got the regen going, and I thought it was just really interesting that Urame was like, you know, modern sorcerers are so concerned with remaining human, and because you're not concerned about that and you're willing to go to lengths that most people wouldn't, then I respect you and I will now fight you at my full power. And then Hakari bringing up Yuta and all that, because I think it just goes back to why people like Sukuna and Mahito can become so strong, is because obviously they're not humans, but they are just curses. They don't care about anyone but themselves. They're willing to do whatever to get stronger, and they don't care how many people they hurt along the way. And not saying that modern sorcerers necessarily need to hurt people, but kind of, because even Kenjaku was talking about how, you know, some people are willing to kill even in the situation of the culling games. And I'm not even saying that Hakari is just willing to kill whoever and stomp whoever, but his curse technique is not the, you know, the norm in this society. Remember how, you know, Jujutsu High kind of frowned on it because they like more traditional type techniques. So I just thought that whole thing was really interesting, and him bringing up Yuta just made me even more excited to see what Yuta is going to bring, because Yuta might have to abandon some humanity, you know, to get that little push forward to become closer to Satoru Gojo and maybe even closer to Sukuna. But we shall see. And you know what, actually I'm gonna wait to get into that. Let's just start from the top. The trial of Ryomen Sukuna. Now there was not so many ways this could go, but I couldn't really imagine Sukuna sitting through the trial. And even like he says in the chapter, like, I've heard this whole spiel before inside Itadori's body, like, just move on with this. I don't care. I'm only interested in the executioner's sword. Let's get to it. And I feel like that devious smile was him realizing that Kabutoke was gone and that he still had his curse technique. But just the fact that he was like, man, I'm not gonna let you finish. We're done here. Let's get to the fight. Like, Sukuna is a bad man. He never fails to get me hype or excited or just be interested in seeing what he's gonna do next. Like, I love this man. But the whole thing about Sukuna not being able to use the 10 shadows after the fight with Gojo, I thought was interesting, but then I started to think about it, and I was like, well, maybe it's because he used Merge Beast Agito, which I thought it was only maybe a couple of the Shinigami or whatever, but maybe it was all of them or just more than I thought. And because Agito got destroyed, those Shikigami are gone, and Maharaga got destroyed as well, and all that. And honestly, with thinking about it and how the Gojo fight went down, Sukuna really only needed the 10 shadows to kill Gojo, so it doesn't really serve a purpose in this fight. Like, he doesn't need it to take out Higuruma and Yuji and Choso and Ino and Kusakabe. Like, he can just take them out with slashes. So I thought that was interesting, but then like, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. He doesn't need it. But man, they are screwed. I don't know where Maki's at. Someone in a comment section of the leaks was like, why didn't Maki just attack while he was in Higuruma's domain? Because she probably wouldn't be recognized, therefore she could commit violence. And I'm sorry if my computer fan is bothering you guys, it's just going off in the background. But I'm interested to see where Maki's at. because we see where Yuta's at, we see where Hikari's at. Where's Maki at? We need a heavy hitter here. Like, I'm sure Yuji has got some stuff in the tank, but Kusakabe, Choso, and Higuruma. I mean, Higuruma's got the Executioner Sword, which I thought it was kind of interesting that we're banking on that, because like, sure, it can kill someone in one hit, but what makes you think you can really give him the chance to hit Sukuna? Like, I gotta respect them for going out there, especially Kusakabe. I thought he pulled the Kamo route and he was like, yeah, I'm out of here. There's nothing I can do to help y'all. So respect to him for sticking around. But man, JJK just, I feel like I can't really predict this story. Like, I know there's things that are gonna happen. Not even for a fact, just like, you know, Gojo is probably going to lose. That's how I was feeling during the fight. But how is he going to lose is the interesting part. So like, sure, Sukuna might lose, but he might not. If he does lose, how are they going to beat him? Like, these questions is why I love reading new chapters of JJK so much, because there's always something intriguing going on. Anyways, it has been your boy Dougie D Fresh. It feels so good getting back to recording. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I hope you guys tune in for the next one. Make sure to drop a like, a comment, make sure to subscribe, turn on that post notification bell if you really like my sweet voice. Anyways, I am peacing out. You guys have a good night. Peace.